again, and welcome to Sullivan's Farm. It's Sunday morning. I'm back from Athens. All went grand over there for the couple of days and all was grand here. Tracy and Isaac had no issues. They threw out a few cubes to the calves and kept an eye on the cattle and shifted them into a new paddock when need be as well. So I'd have no worries, much less worries, I suppose, if I had to go away again and letting them do the few jobs. So we have a herd test coming up this week and I need to do a little bit of prep for that this morning. Not ideal on a Sunday morning. I'm missing Isaac's soccer match, but look, I don't miss too many of them. So we'll shift the calves, shift the troughs, and we might go out and see some of the bigger store heifers then. Because as soon as the store heifer, or as soon as the TB test is done and dusted, and assuming it's clear, the next job then will be to move on maybe a half dozen of the whitehead heifers that are coming near fit for the butcher. One last thing, I suppose, apologies in advance now if it gets breezy when we're out and about in the fields. It's very breezy here at the moment. If the sound gets a bit too dodgy with the wind and all the rest, I'll throw in a few captions underneath. So God forbid you'd miss anything, because it's all fairly important what I'd be saying. We're down in the field where we were fencing the last day. I'm just setting up a reel before shifting the calves across again. There's about 9 acres in this field. There's a roadway runs parallel beside it the whole way down, and there's 3 water troughs. So there's no permanent divisions in the field, or not at the moment anyway. And the plan maybe is to set barley in this field in a couple of years' time as part of a bit of a reseeding process. And in the meantime, I'm not setting up any stakes and permanent fixtures or permanent barriers in the field. It's a bit of messing, and if you said it was a bit of messing, you wouldn't be the first person to say that to me. Setting up the wire and the reels to divide it into 6 paddocks sometimes and into 12 at other times, depending on the stock that are coming into it and the time of the year. So this is probably the last time I'm going to be setting up the smaller paddocks in here. And after this, if there's maybe one more grazing, what I'll do is just set them up into bigger paddocks. And it's the same then when we let the cattle out in the spring. We let them out into, say, the bigger paddocks first, and then when they settle a small bit, we tighten them up a small bit then as well. But it's all a work in progress. But I thought I'd just record this quickly down here because it's very breezy and there's a bit of shelter beside this ditch. So. So, as you can see, trucks are in place, calves are shifted, the wire is up, and we're ready to head over now to see the cattle on the way back. We might get a cup of tea and a scone or a bit of fruit after that. We'll see how the day goes. Just over now after putting up the wire to get the cattle out for the test during the week. So anybody likes straight lines, look away now. There with although that's fairly straight. Jeez, that's not too bad at all. God, you'd be he's a precise kind of a man at times. Really, you can see the roadway there, or where the roadway might be needed, is to go from the gap here over to the shed there, but I'm kind of managing at the moment without it. The white stakes in the reel again are doing the business for us, so we'll probably poke away until tis needed, or say, you know, if, God forbid you were milking cows or anything like that, you'd be moving in and out the whole time. Might be needed at that stage, but we'll poke away for now anyway. And right, we'll go look at the cattle because it is starting to rain and I don't fancy getting too wet this morning. So I'm hoping she won't be far off. that's it then for today. I had to come into the back of the dwelling house to get away from the wind to record the last bit. You can see the dogs and the cattle out there. If you have any comments on the cattle, the grades or the fat scores, anything like that, I'd be delighted if you could throw it into the comments below. It is all a bit of a learning curve for me. Thanks very much for watching. And sure, look, we might be able to do a bit of a longer video during the week about a few bits and pieces, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's not raining too much where you are, and again, thanks for watching. Good luck.